Hey, I'm Alyssa. I'm going to share my sourdough recipe. This is my tried and true. I've tried a few different recipes now without a lot of luck, and this is the one that has turned out the best for me. I make sourdough every week now, and it costs us about I don't know, 25 cents a loaf or something. I'll have to get back to you on exact math on that, but it's much better than paying $11 for a bakery loaf. It is simple, it's easy, and very forgiving, and it's a really great one to get started with. Tested a lot of different sourdough recipes, and this one has become my go-to. It gives a really soft interior, a really beautiful, crunchy crust, and it fits really easily into everyday life. So I'll show you guys my process step by step, from mixing the dough all the way to baking the dough. So for this loaf, you're gonna need 110 grams of active starter. You're gonna need 350 grams of water, 500 grams of bread flour, and 10 grams of salt. And I highly recommend weighing out your ingredients. It's much better than trying to measure them in a cup. Weighing is gonna be your best option here. So step one, you are going to mix together your water and starter until it dissolves, and then you're gonna add your flour and your salt. Mix it into a shaggy dough and make sure there's no dry spots or flour that's not mixed in. Cover and let the dough rest for about 30 minutes. Step two, after 30 minutes and the dough has rested, we're gonna get into our stretch and folds, and this helps to build up the gluten in the dough. So every 30 minutes, you're gonna stretch one side of the dough up and fold it over on itself. Rotate the bowl and repeat this until you've done all four sides. Do this 3 to 4 times over the next 2 hours. So every 30 minutes, you're gonna do stretch and fold, and then cover and let the dough rest for 30 minutes in between. Step 3, after the folds, we are going to let the dough rest on the counter covered with a tea towel and let the dough bulk ferment. Now, bulk fermenting starts right from the time you start mixing your dough. So it usually takes around 4 to 6 hours, but we're not gonna watch the clock, we're gonna watch the dough. So once that dough has risen to about 30 or 50% of what it was, and it looks airy and bubbly, and it jiggles slightly like Jello when you jiggle that bowl, it's most likely ready for shaping. Okay, so step 4, we're gonna turn out the dough onto a lightly floured surface, gently shape it into a round loaf or rectangle loaf, whatever shape that you're wanting to shape it into. And we're going to place it into a floured banneton or bowl lined with not a paper towel, into a bowl lined with a tea towel. I always make sure to flour mine because I don't like my dough sticking to my tea towels. A flour sack tea towel works best here, but use what you have, and you don't have to use a banneton. I've used just a small bowl and it's worked just fine. Cover the dough and place it in the fridge overnight. This slow proof is going to help to develop the flavor and makes the dough easier to score. 6, the next day, after about 12 to 16 hours in the fridge overnight, you are going to preheat your oven and your Dutch oven inside till about 475 degrees Fahrenheit. Turn the dough out onto parchment paper and score the top. So you're gonna take either a knife or a scoring tool and you're gonna create your design, or just do, if you're a total beginner here, just do a quick slash. Place it into the hot Dutch oven, and I like to add ice cubes in behind my parchment paper. Now I find that this has helped to create a really golden thick crust, and it turns out really crunchy and beautiful, and it's just worked really well for me. So this is what I do every single time now. So I place it into the hot Dutch oven, and also another tip is to make sure that your parchment paper isn't sticking out of your Dutch oven. We don't need any fires. Minutes with the lid on, and reduce the oven to 425 Fahrenheit. Bake another 20 to 25 minutes with the lid off. Sourdough loaf, it's classic, it's easy, super friendly for beginners. The crust is crisp and the inside is super soft and airy, and it's perfect with butter, jam, or alongside a cozy meal. I like to butter mine with some garlic and eat it with eggs, or have like a really nice hot roast beef sandwich, roast beef dip, hot beef dip, everything that I use for baking sourdough down in the caption there for easy access. So if you love cozy home baking and simple recipes like this, I share a lot more here on my channel. If you try the recipe, let me know what your favorite recipes are and make sure to like and hit the subscribe button.